Break star Wentworth Miller has opened up about the fact that he had gained some weight and some terrible memes were made about it. And it's important for him to open up because his weight gain was attributed to the fact that he was undergoing a terrible time in his life and he was severely depressed. So let's quickly show you the meme that really got under his skin. When you break out of prison and find out about McDonald's monopoly. Okay, so obviously the first picture, he's looking slim. Second picture, he's gained some weight. Apparently he was on a hike in the second picture. And of course, with most memes involving celebrities, it went viral and it got to him and it really bothered him. Now he posted about this, and I think it's important because I think a lot of people can really relate to what he went through, and to have a big celebrity like this speak openly about depression is important. He says, "Today I found myself the subject of an internet meme. Not for the first time. This one, however, stands out from the rest. In 2010, semi-retired from acting, I was keeping a low profile for a number of reasons. First and foremost, I was suicidal. In 2010, at the lowest point in my adult life, I was looking everywhere for relief, comfort, distraction, and I turned to food. It could have been anything, drugs, alcohol, sex, but eating became the one thing I could look forward to. Count on to get me through. There were stretches when the highlight of my week was a favorite meal and a new episode of Top Chef."
That's my life. That is my life.
But here's the thing, that's a lot of people's lives, right? I
Yes.
think a lot of people find comfort in food, and it triggers the same feel-good chemicals in your brain as a lot of drugs like cocaine do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a surprise that people gain weight when they're upset or depressed. And look, people react to depression in different ways. I lose my appetite completely and I get really skinny when I'm depressed.
Yeah, I know people like that.
When I put some weight on, that means I'm feeling real good.
Good.
Things are going well. Yeah. Now, he also says, "Sometimes that was enough, had to be, and I put on weight. Big fucking deal."
Big fucking deal.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think about this? I think it's important for public figures to talk about the reality of their lives, because in a social media world, we only get little nuggets of people's lives, and it's always only the positives, right?
Yeah. Yes. And also, like, there's this default setting that a lot of people have for folks like Wentworth Miller, where it's like, I'm going about my business. Someone says Wentworth Miller. They go, "Oh, Prison Break guy, what's he doing? I haven't thought about him in a while." And then they say, "He's gained weight." And they're like, "Ha ha, idiot. You gained weight, you stupid piece of shit." And then they move on to probably eating, you know, like it's this, we kind of talked about it with the other story where it's like, these are the things that people don't feel bad about adding to a pile because it's such a big pile, but there's someone underneath that pile. And it's difficult.
And a lot of the people that are picking on him for his weight gain aren't really lookers themselves, you know? And it's the classic bullying move where you want to feel better about yourself, so you look to someone and pick on their imperfections to feel good about yourself. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And
you can call me a chubby chaser or what have you, but I think he looks kind of hot. I mean, he's got that beautiful smile. He's walking. He looks happy. To me, it's all about like how you portray yourself, and that smile that he has on his face is really attractive.
yeah, let's put that picture back up again. I actually don't think he looks that out of shape. Yeah, he gained a little weight, but he still looks awesome.
Yeah, I think on the left he looks impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, good luck, anyone. Also, tattoos are very slimming. He looks like he's wearing like,
Good to know.
you know, compression sleeves over his entire body. On the right, he looks like me.
Looks happy.
I look like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I like my men to be bigger than me. You know what I mean? There's like something nice about that.
I
like
agree.
you want to feel small.
Dad, maybe he was just trying to be on trend with dad bod.
Right? Yeah, that was a
Dad
big
bod
thing
thing.
for a while. What happened?
Oh, God, yeah. What happened? A generation of girls mistreated by their fathers.
Oh my God.
Channeled into some kind of weird sexual desire. Oh, what happened?
Therapy on TYT.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just trying to guess. We're having a conversation here.
Yeah.
I called it chubby chasing. You called it daddy issues.
Oh, you know, can it be both?